Let's talk about how you can generate a flood of high-ticket leads and high-ticket calls coming to you on this video. Hey everybody, Hernan Vazquez here, and if you're a coach, a consultant, somebody that sells high-ticket stuff, this video is for you, because in this video I'm going to break down the exact process that we use at scale-driven.com to bring a lot of new leads, new customers, and new high-ticket sales to our existing clients. This is a process that I broke down in detail in our brand new community called High Ticket Marketing. I'm going to leave a link somewhere around here so that you can join that community. It's completely free, and we go live a couple times per month explaining the latest techniques and strategies so that you can get more revenue coming in from your high ticket products and services. And if you're interested in hiring a team to come in and help you blow up, help you put together the machine that I'm about to share with you, head over to scale-driven.com and read that message there, because there's a chance that we might be able to help you. Now let's talk about how to generate leads and how to generate high ticket calls. This is a question that I ask in our high ticket marketing community, which again is free to join. You can use the link somewhere around here so that you can join and come hang out. And I asked the people in the community what was the number one struggle that they had when it comes to scaling their high ticket business. And the one thing that came up, the one question that won, the one challenge that won by a landslide, was to generate a consistent flow of high ticket leads and high ticket customers and high ticket calls so that they could sell more of their stuff. Now, the reality is that most high ticket coaches, consultants, people that sell services and they close on the phone, they rely heavily on mostly two main sources of leads. Number one is referrals. Okay, you might rely heavily on referrals. People might come to you through recommendation and whatnot, and that's great. That means that you're doing a good job, but it also means that you're capped as to how many referrals you can get per month. And number two is organic or word of mouth. Organic content is great. You should be putting out organic content every single day or every single week, but the reality is that you cannot scale either of these two sources. You cannot scale your referrals, or you cannot scale your organic as much as you would like to. Now, the close rate on these two traffic sources, the amount of success that you have on the phone with these two traffic sources, tends to be really high because people are motivated to talk to you. Now, if you really want to scale, what you want to pay attention to is the strategy that I'm about to share with you on this video right now. I'm going to share with you the advertising strategy that we use, and I'm going to share with you the funnel, the marketing funnel that we use to actually get high ticket clients come in every single day and every single hour for our customers and clients at scale-driven.com. So without further ado, let me share with you the strategy that we use so you can scale your high ticket business right now. Okay, so here we are in my little note-taking thingy, and I hope this works because this is the first time that I'm doing this for a video. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys the strategy that we use at scale-driven.com to make this a reality for you so that you can implement it in your business. So the strategy consists on two main phases. All right, because as I mentioned before, you cannot really rely, if you really want to scale, if you know that you can add value to other people's life and you really want to blow up your high ticket business, you cannot really rely just on organic or word of mouth or referrals. You need to actually start advertising. Now, the way we advertise is pretty straightforward, and what you want to have in mind when it comes to advertising is two things. Number one is who you're showing your ads to. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here. The one thing that you want to pay attention to, it's called targeting. All right, so in other words, who you're showing your ads to. In our case, what we like to do at scale-driven.com is we like to run ads on Facebook and Instagram, and we also like to run ads on YouTube and Google. Okay, now of course there's a bunch of additional options for you to run ads from. You can run ads on TikTok, you can run ads on Pinterest, you can run ads on Twitter. There's a bunch of different places that you can actually run ads from in order for you to actually get the ideal targeting that you want. Now, what you need to ask yourself when it comes to selecting a platform for you to run your ads from is the following: where is your ideal audience hanging out? So for instance, we had this client once that they were selling high ticket financial advisory services, right? So they will put together a complete financial advisory strategy for their clients and whatnot. And they were looking for people that were close to retire, that were C-suite executives, okay, or they have been C-suite executives throughout their lives. They were making at least $1 million a year. So that's what their ideal demographic was. And of course, we wouldn't go out there and advertise on TikTok for that demographic. We wouldn't go out there and advertise on Pinterest, right? You need to pick your battles, especially if you're starting out, especially if you're not getting enough lead flow. You need to be able to pick your battles, all right? So when it comes to the strategy that we apply at scale-driven.com, it has to do with the targeting and the platforms that we choose to expand on our clients. So in that client's case, what we did is we used a combination of Google and Facebook, because most of his demographic was people or men in their 45s or 50s that were close to retire, and they wanted to put together a really good retiring option for their lives. Those words are weapons of choices when it comes to targeting, all right? So targeting is the one thing. So who you're showing your ads to matters a lot. And then the other thing that you need to consider is the second piece of this, which is called messaging, okay? What you're saying on the ads also matters a lot. And sometimes it matters most or more than what you're saying on the targeting side of things. So if you had to make a comparison between these two, messaging matters most than targeting, okay? And we'll get to that in a second. But messaging matters most than targeting. So number one, who you're showing your ads to, but most importantly, what you're saying on the ads. You want your ads to be magnetic, okay? You want the copy and the content of your ads to be magnetic to the people that you want to work with. On this case, for our clients, it was male over 40 that they have been C-suite executives and they were making over $1 million a year. So you want that to be, you want your messaging, your content to be magnetic to the people that you want to work with, and you want to repel those people that you don't want to work with, okay? A really simple technique to do this, and a really simple thing that I like to do when it comes to messaging, is just state the fact that you're targeting some specific types of people in your ads, right? So for instance, on our case, we'd say, attention C-suite executives, or attention C-suite executives that want to secure their future, right? We would say that on the ads and on the video ads and on the copy, because we want to only target those people. Now, what we also do, which is kind of our secret sauce, if you would, on the targeting side of things, is we use something called third-party data, okay? So third-party data, it's data that comes from a couple of credit reporting agencies and a couple of banks and whatnot, and that allows us to target people that are making at least $1 million a year. All right, so when it comes to targeting, we use a lot of third-party data for our clients at scale-driven.com. So that is something that you want to go ahead and investigate about, because it can be really, really powerful. Okay, now, as I mentioned, this is just part of the entire strategy. Targeting and ads, it's only like, I would say 50%, and sometimes even less, that our entire strategy when it comes to generating high-ticket leads. The other 50%, sometimes 60 or 70% of the entire machine that we build for clients at scale-driven.com has to do with what happens after the click. What happens after somebody clicks on our ads? And provided that we have targeting on point and we have messaging on point, we're going to be getting interested and valuable clicks. So the next thing that we need to figure out is where we're sending those clicks to, right? So the next thing is going to be our funnel, our marketing funnels. And for high ticket offers, for high ticket to generate more high ticket leads and to actually get more high ticket calls on the phone and more high ticket clients, what you want to have in mind is that you don't need a complicated funnel. That's the good news, okay? We use a really simple type of funnel at scale-driven.com for our clients, and you want to make sure that you're using the same type of funnel or a variation of this funnel, because it's been working well, really, really well for us for the past several years. It hasn't changed, and there's several things that you want to pay attention to when it comes to building this funnel, this marketing asset for your company. So here's going to be the funnel. So we are sending people into an opt-in, okay? Opt-in. Then we show them what's called a video sales letter. Then they go to an application page. Then they can book a call. and then we have a thank you page. Okay, so as you can see, really simple. Let me move this around because you won't be able to see it. So really simple funnel. There we go. So really simple funnel that we use for our clients. Now, here's a couple things that you want to consider. When it comes to the opt-in, we're sending traffic here, right? So traffic goes here. So I'm going to put it here. Traffic goes in here. All right. That's a nice R, by the way. So traffic goes in here. All right. So traffic goes into the opt-in page. And then what we sell on this page is the benefit of watching this VSL. Okay. We have a really specific methodology to craft our VSLs so that they're both helpful and they pitch the service, the product, the coaching program, whatever it is that you're trying to sell on the phone. Okay, so there's a really specific methodology which I will break down in subsequent videos and subsequent content for you guys. But right now what you need to understand is that we're sending traffic into this opt-in page and people will opt in to actually watch that short presentation. Okay, now this VSL, it's usually a 10 to 20 minute presentation. Okay, on some cases we're trying with, or we're testing with 5-minute VSLs. In some cases we're testing with 35-minute VSLs, but the 10 to 20 minute VSL, the 10 to 20 minute presentation tends to work the best. Okay, and then here what we have is a lead capture. So a lot of clients will come to us and say, oh, should I develop a lead magnet? Should I do a quiz? Should I do this? Should I do that? And the reality is that we tell them no, because your VSL is going to be your lead generation, okay, your lead magnet. From the VSL page, we send them to apply, okay? And here we have a form that pre-qualifies the prospect. So we have pre-qualification here at the VSL funnel, and we also have a pre-qualification here at the app level. Okay, at the application level, we also have an application or a pre-qualification process. Now, something that we do ask here on the application, or that we tell people here on the application, is how much the investment is going to be. Okay, so if you're selling a $5,000 coaching program, you want to tell people that there's a minimum investment of $5,000. You want to do that. The reason you want to do that is because you want people to close on the phone, right? You don't want to talk to unqualified leads. You don't want to talk to anyone that doesn't have the money to pay for you for your services. You only want to talk to really high quality people or leads or prospects. Sometimes what we will do is we will have these here on the application, and we will also mention that on the VSL. Okay, usually it's just on the application because of the VSL level. We want to have the flexibility to change the VSL around in case it's not working. So we only mention the price on the application, but we do mention the price because, again, you only want to talk to people that are qualified, right? You don't want to talk to a bunch of people that they don't have the money. We do have a feel on most of our forms that say, you know, I understand that there's an investment of X amount of money, all right, to work with us. And then we go to the book a call. Now here it's a simple, sometimes we use Calendly or we'll use another app for us to be able to get people on the phone, and then it goes into the thank you page, and then the thank you page has a bunch of testimonials and social proof and stuff, okay? And then we send reminders all across the board, okay? Because attached to this, there's all of the contingencies, okay? And contingencies meaning that we will send email, basically. Okay, we will send emails through everyone, like everyone that touches on the VSL, but they don't schedule or they don't apply. Everyone that applies, but they don't schedule. And then when they schedule, we will send reminder sequences and all of that. Okay, so this is the process. It's a really simple funnel. It's a 5-step funnel that has some nuances to them or to it, but this is basically what you want to pay attention to when it comes to creating a high ticket call generating machine. So again, just to recap, we're paying attention to these two things. We're paying attention to our targeting, all right? Number one, who you're showing your ads to, and number two, what you're saying on your ads. And then from here, we send it in the form of traffic to our opt-in page, and then they go through the process. And then the good news is that once you have messaging, targeting, and this funnel dialed in, you can very effectively ramp up your advertising so that you can get more leads coming in, you can get more calls coming in, and more money right here coming out, okay? you will be able to scale your coaching business just by applying this technique and this strategy right here. And as I mentioned, this is the strategy that we apply at scale-driven.com for our clients, for our coaching clients, for high-ticket clients. So if that's interesting to you and you want us to take a look at your business and see if we would be a good fit, head over to scale-driven.com and take a look at what we have there, see if we would be a good fit, and we can schedule a call. We'll ask you a bunch of questions because we cannot just take anyone, right? We need to make sure that we are a good fit before we actually take you on. But once that happens, and if it does, you can bring in an entire team to build this funnel. And we also build additional funnels for clients, but this is going to be your main lead generation, call generation, high ticket revenue generation machine. So I hope that this is helpful. If it's helpful, feel free to subscribe, share, rate, comment, whatever it is that you have to do. Share this with somebody that needs to see this, and I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, drop them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye.